Hey guys, I like to share another story of how consequences, if not being learned. And so there's a story about a plant that's in another country. That the plants are so toxic they can kill you by touching it. So imagine someone didn't know about it, and someone asked someone that may know a little bit more about it, and asked what could be the consequences that could happen. And the other person say, well, that person had touched it and he survived, by not explaining much of a detail other than that. And then when this person touch it, they know they get sick, could get sick and could die from it. So we live in a lot of situations similar to that story today. We can take drugs, medication to fix our problem, but doesn't mean it's going to help us learn from our mistakes. And that is a side effect that people learn to deal with, but end up having consequences to their health and more chance of having other problems that come with it later on, which is heart attack, damage to liver, stroke, brain damage, illusion, depression, anxieties, so on and so on. And so that's one of the reasons why they're saying don't mess with Mother Nature. But sadly, a lot of people does it all the time. And my question is, when are we going to learn from all this? We had tried to understand all this for, according to ancient history, thousands and millions of years. So it is interesting that animals have better experience to learn from it. I guess it's from passed on from generation to generation. Because there is a saying that you can learn from your parents, right? Same thing that we can learn from our parents. The question is, are we going to learn from it? And that's something that's interesting about nature: survival of the fittest. As you survive, you learn from it. As you don't, you become dinner. And no matter which country you're at, we all technically live into a luxury. Even people in Africa, some can be eaten by anaconda or other wildlife, or be killed by other animals. Here in our state, in the western, some people can get killed by buffaloes or moose, or we have bobcats around here. And it's really interesting of, again, what is to respect Mother Nature's. And this again, why when I'm trying to get better learning, follow the golden rules. But again, what is to follow the golden rules? Respecting the principles. What is respecting the principles about? How we can learn from each other. What is to learn from each other? How we stay connected in our communities. How we stay connected in our communities. Be there for one another when people are struggling and suffering. Okay, what happens if you feel like that there are more problems? Trust God to show you the way. Whoa. So anyway, I'm enjoying walking here every day. It's a nice pass here in Pennsylvania, and it's definitely a time to digest. And I lost my voice because a couple of days ago I was so frustrated that I had to holler quite a bit at the fitness where I live at, and luckily there's nobody in there. And so I usually don't do that, and it's hard to go do some hurts alone. But just like everybody else's, I have a chance to make it or break it. In order for me to keep making it, keep on trusting the Lord. And so again, I'm not here to try to get people to understand much of it anymore. Just get to know the people. If you like to be with them, try it out. If you don't think it's your type, move on. The same thing with anything else that wasn't on journey. You got good police officer, you got bad police officer. You got firefighters that want to help, and you got firefighters that don't care if people are dead in the fire. We got all kinds of situations, politics, religious. They all play to how suckers work, but of course, you got a lot of people that are trying to do the right thing as well. And so, it's an interesting balance how it gets complicated what balance are at. And for this case, unfortunately, balance doesn't always mean you find peace into it. So, I love it that I spend time with nature, and I look forward to continue to digest and figure out what God had planned for me next, and just gotta keep figure it out, and stay strong to this. So God bless you guys. Take care. Bye.